week's edition of Sports Night, North Penn Television's inside look at the world of high school sports. I'm your host, Kyle Berger. Joining me today on the show will be Sports Night's Male Athlete of the Year, Matt Antunes, who won state championships in winter and spring in the 800 and the 4x800 relay. But first, let's take a look at the week in North Penn sports. Leading off this week is the story of the North Penn track and field teams and their weekend at the state championships at Shippensburg University. The Knights track team finished in 5th place in the team standings at the States. Senior Matt Antunes was a double winner for the Knights, capping off a spectacular career at North Penn. He won the 800 and then helped the 4x800 relay team to victory. That team included Josh Hebner, Pat O'Malley, and Zach Webb as well. For the maidens, 3 times wasn't enough, so the 4x800 relay team of Cheryl Smith, Tiffany Huff, Megan DeSimone, and Jen Crocco took home North Penn's 4th consecutive title in that relay. Smith also captured 6th in the 300 hurdles. Overall, the maidens finished in 10th in the team standings, a far cry from that championship that they captured last season. That championship relay team is made up of a senior, a junior, a sophomore, and a freshman, so look for 5 straight next year on the track in the 4x800 relay for the maidens. Well, in the tennis state championships, North Penn's Cliff Nyun was the defending champion, but he was given a tough draw in the bracket and could not repeat as champion, which cost him the chance to be the first ever 4-time state champion in tennis. He wound up in 4th place, and Cliff lost his semifinal match to Hempfield's Brian Endress Fox 2-3. In the consolation finals, he lost to Shadyside Academy's Brandon Tung in 3 sets, 5-7, 6-4, and 6-3. Despite not winning this year, Nyun is optimistic about the next 2 years, and there's nothing wrong with being a 3-time state champion. The girls lacrosse team has enjoyed a week off as they prepare for this Wednesday's opening round playoff game against Marple Newtown. Game time is 3:30, and it will be played here at North Penn High School, so come out and support the maidens. And speaking of lacrosse, congratulations to North Penn class of '96, Kristen Somar, who not only was a member of the national champion Maryland lacrosse team, but was also a first-team All-American. Somar, a sophomore for the Terrapins, was an integral part of the Maryland defense, and was also named to the All-NCAA Tournament first team. She's also on the national women's lacrosse team. Best of luck to Kristen. And that's your look at North Penn sports. Stay with us, though, because after the break, Sports Night Male Athlete of the Year Matt Antunes will be here to talk about his future in track and field. Stay with us.
Good afternoon, officer. My license and registration. Cheeseburger? It's hot out today, huh, officer? Maybe my taillight's out.
Shouldn't you be carpooling?
I guess you're right.
I guess I am.
Carpooling can save up to 600,000 gallons of gas a year. This message sponsored by Ad Council and EarthShare.
Back to Sports Night, everyone. Right now, we're joined by North Penn track and field standout and Sports Night Male Athlete of the Year, Matt Antunes. Congratulations on your season, Matt.
Thank you very much.
Now, you weren't always involved in track and field here at North Penn. You were a football player and a wrestler earlier in your career. Now, what got you involved in track and field?
Just pretty much winning in gym. I decided I was pretty quick, so why not go out and, give it a try. In the beginning, I was pretty sure I was going to be the next football or wrestling star. I wasn't too sure which, but they were my main sports. And I played football 8th, 9th, and 10th, and I wrestled 8th, 9th. And I wrestled a little bit of varsity in 9th grade, but, with the dieting and everything, it really wasn't what I was cut out to be.
Yeah, I know all about that. That's pretty rough.
Yeah, and as far as football, I wanted to play D1 sports in college, and 160, and as linebacker, it really wasn't going to work out for me. So I just kind of focused on track to see what I could do there.
So your track career has basically had a springboard ever since you decided to focus just on track.
Yeah. When I really started running cross country and running winter track, seriously, that's when really things took off for me.
Now you talk about winter track and spring track as well. Expectations were high for you this year after your junior season. Any more pressure this year on you?
There was some pressure, I guess. I was the top finishing junior in the half mile last year, both indoor and outdoor. So I was kind of expected to come out here and do well.
Okay, now the half mile, the 800, you ran the fastest in the nation indoors this winter. What did that feel like?
It was a good feeling. I was pretty excited about it. I had to miss nationals. I got hurt at the end of the indoor season after states. But my goal was always to be a state champion, and we ended up taking home 4 state titles between the relays and my opens. So, I mean, I really met and exceeded my goals as far as that was concerned.
Now, speaking of state championships, let's talk about the spring championships this past weekend at Shippensburg. You got to take home 2 championships, individually in the 800 and then as part of the 4x8 relay team. That's a pretty good way to end your high school career.
Yeah, I went through pretty much undefeated in the 800, and the 4x8. I mean, that really means more to me personally than even my open event, just because the guys came together so well for it, and just get that team camaraderie thing going on, and it's a lot of fun. It was a good weekend.
Now, explain. We had 4 people in the relay, but technically you had a 5-member team. You had Dan Tantino in the mix of things, helping you qualify for states. What happened there?
We just happened to have like 5 really good half milers this year. We had 5 guys to run under 2 minutes for the half mile, and I mean, most teams would love to have 1 guy, and we ended up having 5, so we could switch off people running them different days to rest people and not rest people, and it just turned out that we ran the fastest 4 in state championships with the fastest 4 splits, and that was pretty much a coaching decision, just because last year we lost by 0.02 of a second, so even the smallest difference or the smallest margin, I mean, we really couldn't play around with it a whole lot.
So obviously it feels good after losing by the slimmest of margins last year to come back and win by a good deal this year.
Yeah, I was the only person returning on the relay, and that was definitely running through my head pretty much the whole time when I was anchor, and didn't want anybody coming up on me or anything, so.
Okay, now looking toward the future, you're off to the University of Virginia next year to run for the Cavaliers. Explain the decision process that made that you wanted to go to Virginia and you wanted to be running track for them.
I knew I wanted to run track in college pretty much after high school, and I had 5 official visits scheduled: Georgetown, the Naval Academy, Villanova, Boston College, and Virginia. And I went to the one at Boston College, and I had a terrible time. I didn't like it up there at all. It was cold, and they had no track. Once I got up there, I found that out. And then I went down to UVA, and I just had such a good time. It was just such a great place that I canceled my other 3 visits and signed early with Virginia.
So that's good to have that out of the way, of course, before heading into states.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It was a good feeling for me, just because I didn't have coaches calling other than my own coaches and bothering me, and I didn't have to worry about where I was going to sign, or I didn't have to perform every weekend for anybody in particular. I could just go out and concentrate on my personal season. Okay, well, congratulations once again on your excellent season, and thanks for being on the show, Matt, and thanks to you for watching Sports Night. For all of us here at North Penn Television, I'm Kyle Berger, and I'll see you at the game.